One summer moment can change a child's life. Through Toys for Tots Give and Go initiative, your support provides books, games, toys, and outdoor adventures that spark curiosity, creativity, and a love of nature. Whether it's fishing, learning a new sport, reading under a tree, or playing with friends, these moments build confidence and lifelong memories. For too many children, those moments never come. You can help change that this summer. Visit toysfortots.org. Toys for Tots, delivering hope beyond the holidays.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. You see? Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Breaking news.
And just in here on the Rita Cosby Show, the foreign minister of Iran putting out a very defiant statement saying despite its defeats on the battlefield, he says the U.S. opted to test our determination. Our powerful armed forces will leave no attack or threat unanswered. Also saying, leave the region if you want to be safe. Wow. Let's go back to Joaquin. Joaquin, your thoughts tonight on line 2.
Okay, Rita, you know, when it comes down to Graham Platner, again, as I've been saying, unfortunately, you look at it, women are voting for him. But the bigger problem really is, listen to how he talks and how he lays out the agenda and how he goes with the anti-American communist agenda, but how ICE is basically a Nazi force, you know, working in our country, and how he's very easily twisting back, you know, the accusations against him, how easily he turns them back against Trump appointing Gorsuch, you know. And
Kavanaugh,
yes.
And Kavanaugh, of all things, remember the accusations of women against Kavanaugh with Christine Blasey Ford. And all it made me think of was, you know, Ro Khanna, who was so critical of Kavanaugh, but is given such a free pass and is rallying next to Platner.
But this is why I keep saying the Democrats are very effective fighters, you know, and we need to have more people that can get out there and speak like Platner, because the way he's talking about how, you know, the affordability issue and that how everything is unfair to labor and things like that, and they push the communist agenda. You know, we should be getting out there and pointing out how much that American sovereignty is at stake with these elections. You know, having illegal immigrants within our borders. You know, third world is flooding our country. Take a look at what goes on in Europe. You know, well, it's getting really bad over there. I watch videos from there all the time. And what the actual cost of illegal immigrants is to each and every taxpayer. That information is out there. You know, there's and I forgot what the numbers are, but every time that they throw, you know, these Democrats, even in California, saying, oh, they contribute to the economy and things like that. No, the American taxpayer is on the hook for a lot of money for every single illegal immigrant that's here for the most part. And so we really need people who can more forcefully push our agenda out there like these guys do. And I'm so sorry to say, and it really hurts me badly, but I got a funny feeling that this clown is going to win.
Oh, my goodness. I pray you are not right. I mean, how sad is that they would have the devil incarnate as long as they liked what his message was?
Right. Exactly. Yes. And of course, obviously, he's the package. I mean, he's, you know, a good looking guy, and, you know, and his tonality, the way he speaks and things like that, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's going to be a hard package to beat. And Susan Collins going to have her work cut out for her. And hopefully women will rally behind her. But she's really going to have to somehow, you know, combat every single point that this guy makes about, you know, what he's running on, anti-ICE, you know, and how that we need to tax, you know, rich, which basically, as you see in New York, those numbers are coming down all the time. They hit the average, you know, middle class person in their own pocketbook and take their property away from them. They have to be pointed out to be the enemies of our sovereign United States of America as to what they are. Unfortunately, you know, they're out to destroy it and out to change everything.
Yeah, she's got to take the fight to him. I mean, she is a fighter, but I think this is a different kind of candidate than I think she's faced. And he's clearly going on the offense, and he's going to be dirty because he knows that there's a lot of dirt on him. So you're right. This is definitely going to be one for the record books. I do think she's ready for it. I mean, she came out even today. And usually, you know, she's fairly mild-mannered, but she said the allegations against him are disturbing. You can see there's fight in her. that she's shocked that this guy is even on the ticket because she loves her state. And I think she is going to really take it to him. And I also think the Republican Party will take it to him, too. Because remember, the Republican Party hasn't really done opposition on him. This has been, the Democratic primary. So this is just what fellow Democrats are finding out about him. Wait till the Republican Party spends money on opposition because they want to keep that seat. They want to keep Susan Collins in the seat. If it flips from red to blue. And some people say Maine's a blue state. It's kind of a purple state. And Susan Collins is really a Republican, but a very moderate Republican and a very independent Republican. And, just mild-mannered, steady, calm, very approachable. I've met Susan Collins. She's lovely. And she's a hardworking woman and really does love her state and knows her state and appreciates her state. But wait till the Republican GOP opposition folks start maybe questioning and talking to the girls on Kick and find out what did this guy, P. Hustle, as John Fetterman eloquently. John Fetterman has already put a bet out there. Did you hear that, Joaquin? He put a bet out there saying he'll wear a suit every day.
Oh, yes.
Right, if the gals come out. So I have a feeling. He said if they can prove that every single one of them was an adult on Kick that he was talking to, if that can be proven, meaning Graham Platner, that Fetterman will get rid of his hoodies and he'll wear a suit. So my answer is he'll be wearing hoodies for a long time. That's my answer.
There was one thing I always wanted to say in defense of John Fetterman when he made that comment about hello, good night. Unfortunately, I think he was actually trying to say hello, good evening, how a type of a greeting, but in his mind after his stroke, he got it all twisted up. So
he sure did.
I wanted to defend him on that.
Well, and by the way, I will defend him because he's turned out to be the most common sense Democrat of the bunch by far. And he's been great on Israel. When all those protesters, came to his apartment, I love that effect. He got to the roof. Remember that? He was waving the Israeli flag. That guy has more principle than I think 99% of his party. So I agree with you. I'll defend him too, Joaquin. And Joaquin, also, thank you for taking good care of Norman. Obviously, he gave you a beautiful, well-deserved shout out. And it's great to hear from you. And especially, of course, great to hear from Norman tonight. Thanks, Joaquin. Let's go to Liz in Florida, line 1. Go ahead, Liz.
Hi, Rita. Hope you had a fabulous day, even with all the crazy news. Hearing Norman just got to me, and I promised him I wouldn't text him anymore. So, Norman, I want to tell you, I'll wait for you to text me back. Know that I love you, and if there's anything you need, I'm here for you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. He is such a great guy, isn't he? He is the best, and I have tears in my eyes too. I'm so happy he called in, and I'm happy. It sounds like he's doing better, and he knows that there's a lot of love from all of us. That's the most important thing, that we're with him all the way.
No, he definitely sounds so much better, Rita. Oh, my gosh. Yes. The fact that he's listening to you, wow.
I know. I love that. Norm, we love you. Norm, we love you. Oh.
I wanted to just say that my feeling is that the more obscene Platner is, the more baggage they find out about him, and they will find out more things. He could have impregnated a woman. He could have killed someone. It doesn't matter. The more he's exposed, the better his numbers will be. And, everything that's wrong is right. And these women who are voting for him are clueless and uneducated. I feel like they don't even read, history books. But they're justifying their votes by focusing just on their special issues that are important to them. They don't care about anything that we care about. So it's like policy over personality, and that's how the Nazi Party rose. It's like extremist voting, mass manipulation like in the 30s. And he went to town halls face to face with people and basically blamed all of his baggage on PTSD, and they think he's a hero. So he's unconventional. And sometimes, Rita, you want a sour candy, right? And Joaquin is right. We need to go face to face and educate all Americans. We can't take for granted that they know what's really going on, that they're just not educated.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder if it would change if it turns out that the girls on Kick were not adults. It changes from a legal perspective, because you're not supposed to be soliciting minors. So if it were to be the case, and we don't know, but if it were to be, that could be kind of interesting. But I hear with you, you're saying it's sort of this indoctrination. And I think the leader of the indoctrination in part is Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders on the Senate side, and then you also have, Ro Khanna on the House side. Both of them have been like stalwart in their support of Graham Platner, like haven't even wavered. I mean, listen to what Bernie Sanders said right when all this stuff broke. It's like all about the numbers to him. That's all he's black or white. He's just like, here it is. We want him to win. Listen, this is what Bernie Sanders said after the allegations came out.
I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that Graham Platner is the next senator from the state of Maine.
I'm going to do everything I can because I want his vote and I want a Democrat in that seat. And I don't care if it's the devil incarnate. You know what? I want that vote. I'll take that vote. I mean, Liz, I never thought I would see members of Congress sell their souls. That's what it is.
They all want the political power. Bernie Sanders, all of them, they're not well. And it's embarrassing. And they should all be investigated because it's all for political power. That's all they care about.
Yeah, and that's a sad place to be. Liz, thank you very much. Pray for America. Pray for Maine. Let's go to Eduardo, also in Florida, line 5. Go ahead, Eduardo.
Yeah, good evening, Rita. I think we waited too long to take out Carg Island. We should have done that a long time ago. And
yeah, you mean you're talking about with all the Iran stuff. I agree.
Right,
I agree.
Right.
Now the issue, by the way, Eduardo, obviously with Carg is there's a lot of oil facilities, and people make the distinction that maybe take out some of the barracks there, take out some of the military infrastructure, but don't affect the oil markets, because the last thing you want to do is have something that affects oil prices, gas prices. That affects the world. There's a way to really cripple Iran, but maybe not hit that. What do you think?
I brought this up, too. Another thing, too, on the defense side, there's a New Mexico company, and this came out on 60 Minutes, Euroenvironment. This is laser technology to shoot down drones. We should have been a little bit more ahead of that. I know the Dubai, people like that, they got to get permission from the Pentagon. But that should have been in place before the war started out. So, because they're going to be shooting at those bases and Dubai and all those places, Bahrain. And I think we should have been more prepared with that area on the defense side.
Yeah, I agree. And also, when you talk about those drones, this Apache helicopter that was taken down by a drone, these drones are not that expensive. I don't know the cost of this one that was used, but a lot of them are like 10, 20,000. Sounds like a lot. It's not. The Apache helicopter, I've been seeing reports, it's about $46 million. So a $20,000 drone, if you will, took down a $46 million Apache helicopter. Even though they don't have a great military, whatever is left of them, it's really skeletal. If you have a few good hits, that puts a pretty big dent if you can take down an Apache. And maybe the fact that they got this one, sadly, might embolden them. And then you got this guy. What'd you make, Eduardo, of the fact of the guy tonight? The foreign minister comes out and says, you better leave the region. It's not safe for you. And they're trying to target now the Fifth Fleet, which is based in Bahrain. That's the big Navy installation there. They haven't had any success, but they pretend like they're still going after us, Eduardo.
Yeah, let them try, and you just watch. You're going to see the Carg Island gone and something else in Tehran gone, too.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope they obliterate that IRGC barracks and headquarters. That's what needs to be. That needs to be a pile of dust. I am with you on that one. Let's go to Nate in the Bronx, line 4. Nate, your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, Rita, I wanted to touch on something very important with regard to national security. There's something called the National Defense Authorization Act that's going to be passed by Congress. And Section 224 of that act essentially merges the Israeli military with the U.S. military on research and development, on procurement of weapon systems and intelligence sharing. And this is very dangerous. We shouldn't be merging with any foreign military, our most sensitive military secrets and our most sensitive technology. Israel, as it is, already is one of the most egregious espionage countries for espionage against the United States.
All right. So, hey, Nate, hold on. Do you actually think we're going to give them like super duper secret intel? And I hear what you're saying about the spying, because there were reports of late that they were, I think, spying on Hegseth and some others.
Thanks for listening to The Rita Cosby Show. You can hear The Rita Cosby Show weeknights at 10 on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?